Hey guys, so the next thing to do is to take a look at lists. So we looked at lists a long time ago, but they're pretty important. Once you use CSS with them, there's a lot you can actually do. So let's get started. So you guys remember these lists, right? We've got unordered lists and ordered lists, and I've just got them in a simple table right now. And you can see the opening and closing, and you can see the opening and closing of my lists as well. So we've got an unordered list with a couple continent names. And above that, we've got the ordered list with a few animal names. And we can actually change which number it starts on. So you can see there. And we can even tell it to be in reverse. Well, sort of. Reverse doesn't work in every browser. Even if I move things around a little bit, it's still not going to work. So that's one of those things where the browsers still differ. No matter what I try to do with it, it's just not going to work in Safari. However, if I open it with Firefox, ta-da, the reverse list works. So the issue isn't the code, the issue is just that Firefox supports it and Safari doesn't, and you can see it in the code. It's there, it's not like it's not there. The code matches, it's seeing it, it just doesn't load it. Now we can also give it a specific number to start on. So like if we tell it to start on 10 and we have it reversed, and we once again open in Firefox, you can see it also can be reversed with a start value. But of course, Safari still doesn't get it right, and problematically has totally different integers. Now you can even use negative numbers too. Well, once again, assuming you're using Firefox to have the reversal on there. We can also put values into the individual list items too if we want to. And if we open it with Firefox, we can see that the numbers change to match the values that I've indicated. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of those. Now lists can also be nested, so inside of this ordered list, I could create a new list if I wanted to. So let's just put an unordered list in here with a couple list items. And we'll refresh it. And there you go. So you have these new list items that are unordered as sort of a subsetting of the monkeys. We'll go ahead and delete the other unordered list just to make it look a little cleaner. Now I can also use other things besides just unordered and ordered lists. I can also use the defined lists, the definition lists. And so I've got my defined term and I have my defined definition. And I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of additional information for this. Now you can see it kind of broke out of the subsetting there that it had. It kind of pushed over a little bit, but you still get the general idea. We'll go ahead and undo these and go back to our unordered list. Which, there you go. Now let's actually play with a little CSS. So if I do list style type, I can define what the markers look like, as you can see there. Now this is for unordered lists, but I have now given it an order, so it's a little confusing. I mean, the computer will do it because you're telling it to, but I don't know, you should probably do that with your ordered list instead. I could also do Greek if I wanted, so alpha, beta, or I could do lowercase alpha, so A, B. And there's actually a lot of different things that I can do. So there's like Armenian, and Georgian, like Georgia the country, not the state. Or we could even do something simple like a circle, or a disc, which looks almost the same, or a square. Now you would think circle, square, maybe they have a triangle, but sadly, no triangle. Should have a sad face there too, since, yeah, sad face doesn't work either. No sad face. Now that being said, we can customize our list style types to actually include images instead if we want to. Now right now nothing's loading, and that's because I actually don't have a sadface.png, but I can create one really quickly. So we've got Photoshop open. We'll just make a new file. It doesn't need to be very big because we want this just to be a little bitty thing to go next to our list. Yeah, real small. So let's zoom in a bunch so we can actually see what we're doing. I'm just going to go ahead and draw it out actually. I'm just going to draw it with 1 pixel. 1 pixel sized brush. I think I'll actually do it with the marquee tool, because then I know it will be constrained in those areas and I won't accidentally get like the pixel spreading. Oops. Command Z is your friend. One more. And there we go. Make a new layer and we'll just paint it all black. I made the new layer because I want this on the new layer because I'm going to hide the background, so that way this could actually be transparency. So if I had a colored background, you would be able to see it through it. So we'll do save for web. We'll just do a PNG 8. And you can see there the transparency is working. And we'll save it. We can't do a JPEG because it does not support transparency. We could do a GIF, but I don't know, I just like PNGs better. Although I probably should check to make sure that the PNG actually is the more efficient of the two, but oh well. So we'll go back in here. We have sad-face.png, and so we can save that. Now if we refresh, not working. What did I do wrong? Okay, it can find it. It sees it. Oh, right. So it doesn't recognize it as a list style type. You have to do it as a background, but that's not so great, huh? It's not quite what I wanted to do. So we're going to have to make a few modifications here to get it to load just one of them. We could play a little bit with padding. That might sort of help. But, not that much. I mean, it gets the text in the right spot. But there's still way too many sad faces. So let's go ahead and just remove that for now. And once again, we could tell it no repeat. And that's almost there, except what we actually want more than one. We just don't want more than one on the x-axis. So if we tell it repeat, there we go, repeat Y, but it's not really lined up. So how do we fix that? Instead of defining the unordered list, what if we instead define the list item? Now, that modified all of them, and maybe I don't want to modify all of them. Maybe I only want to modify my unordered list. So if I type UL in front of LI, then it's only modifying the list items inside of UL. And now I can give it a little bit of padding. And if I save it and refresh it, we're getting closer. And if I put a 0 in front to sort of set the baseline, there we go. Pretty good. And I can do that with anything. It could be a sad face, it could be an arrow, it could be a purple dot. It doesn't really matter as long as it's small. So there's something else that I want to show you real fast too. Let's just add a little bit more text on here just to more easily show you. And there we go. I don't remember exactly what the key differences are. It's been a little while since I studied them, but whatever, it's kind of besides the point. So right now this is too wide. So let's decrease how much width they have. And so we'll do max width. So that's not quite looking the way that I want. You can see a few little issues with my sad faces. And you just sort of have this wall of text now. There we go. Now our sad faces are a little bit more of where we want them to be. Maybe they're not perfect, but they're closer. So we're going to delete all of this for now. We just have something really simple. Oh, I forgot to save. There we go. So that's all we're going to do for today. Next time we're going to look at how to actually change one of these lists into a menu that you could use for your web page. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, you can very quickly and easily let me know by just clicking the thumbs up or the like button. If you need any help, let me know and I will see what I can do.